Hi everyone, in this video I'm showing you the art materials that I decided to declutter and give as an art gift to my niece. So given all of the new materials that I've recently purchased and also just already owned, I went through my whole inventory and went, I don't need all of these student quality anymore. I'm not reaching for them, they are just taking up space. So luckily for me, I have a niece who loves art and is still on her journey of creating in that beautiful childlike state of happy to play. And so I went through, and as you can see, I'm going through some watercolour. I went through all of the pencils and other art materials that I didn't need to hold. So I'm going through that now. That was a little container that you could put some mixing in for the watercolours. Here's some brushes. So these are brushes and water pens that I've already got ample. And, like I said, I wanted to make some, not just space, but just make sure that these materials are going to be used because they're not materials that I'm reaching for. And I know that as she develops, she'll, either stay with art and want to get new materials, or she'll happily just use these for the next few years. So, yeah, that was the purpose of this video. So as you can see, I'm talking about the brushes. So I did get these brushes as part of a gift from a Kris Kringle, but they're not brushes that I'm going to reach for given the other art brushes that I already own. So, and there's some rubbers and erasers. Again, I've got ample. I'm having trouble putting everything back. So they were child safe scissors. They're not ultra sharp, but they're useful. And I did end up giving her this whole box. So as you'll see, I'll open the box up and you'll see the other shelves that are in this. So there's a lot of pencils in there that she'll have a lot of fun. So in the next drawer, I have some acrylic paint. I have probably reached for one colour of this set. I've had this set for about 5 years. It is child friendly, so I did speak to my brother before giving her these materials. So she's going to have some fun. In the next drawer, I have some gouache and some watercolour tubes. So I already have another set of gouache and watercolour and don't feel like I need to use or keep holding on to these materials. I'm not reaching for them. So again, there's ample paints there for her to practice with. And if she continues through school, she'll have a lot of materials at home to use, which is great. And in this drawer, there's some pastels. So there's some oil pastels in this box. I have used these before, but I have another set of oil pastels that I'm reaching more frequently for than these. And so she'll have some fun. These are some woodless pencils. And these are some, I think they're or some pastels of some sort as well, or crayons, but they're not things that I'm going to be reaching for. And in here are some chalk pastels, which I've already got 2 other sets, so I'm not reaching for these either. So that's everything that was in the box. In addition to that, I have this pencil case that I also gave to her, but I think I'm showing you something else very shortly. Yep, here I am. I have had this, I think it's a watercolour mixing set, so you can put paints in the containers and use the plastic palette to mix colours. As you can see, it is unopened. I have no idea how long it's been unopened for, but it just showed to me I'm not using it. And I thought that given I've decluttering a lot of tubed paints, she can put the tube paints in these little containers and then mix it on that if she wants to, and it will save some of the mess that, as you're practicing. And in this pencil case are a lot of the gel pens, but most importantly, there's a sharpener here. So I bought this wanting to use it with my Derwent pencils, only to find that my Derwent pencils, most of them don't fit in this. So I went and bought myself a Derwent sharpener, but that means I've got this one which I am not using, and I decided to declutter this to her too, so she could sharpen the pencils and the pastels or the woodless pencils, and I'm sure she'll have some fun doing it. So it's not something that I need two of. And then I've got all of the gel glitter metallic pens that I've had. I was using them a little bit, but again, I'm not reaching for them for the first thing that I want to use. I feel like she'll have more fun using all the glitters and the pinks and the blues and the golds. I have some Posca markers and I have some other pens that I use more than these, so she'll have a ball, I hope. And these are some wind-up crayons. So again, these would be great for school more than my art studio, but they roll up so that you don't get crayon on your hands, which again, they're just not the material that I'm reaching for, so they may as well make their way to a new home where someone will use them. And then I just have some school markers here that I'm going through. And again, I've got, alcohol markers, which I'm going to reach for much more than, student grade, school grade texters or markers. So it made more sense to me that I pass these on rather than just feel like I want to hold on to these. And so I can say that she was so happy to receive these. Obviously, I didn't want to film it. She's still young, but she loved it. She did love the pencil sharpener. She sharpened every pencil while I was there, which was just so cute. And I know that the box was well received as well, where they can keep everything together. So I just wanted to share what I've decluttered from my studio, and I'm glad that my materials have now found a new home. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you're watching from, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!